Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway, for week number 4 of the B-Main Bandits National Tour, featuring the non-wing 360 sprint cars, and for the first time this season, the 360 winged sprint cars. Final practice is wrapping up on track. Qualifying shook out just like this. Quick time tonight going to be Jackson McLean, the Wonder Boy, sets quick time, the 81 machine, 18.383 around this half-mile speedway. 18 cars taking time tonight, and we're going to go straight into our heat race action. Heat race number 1 for the Wing 360 sprint cars. You see 6 cars take to the track. Tim Burner and Andrew Thornton going to lead them to the green. Joseph Johnson out to the early lead, rolling around the inside. Some great wheel-to-wheel action in heat race number 1 with the 360 sprint cars. Ted York gets into Tim Burner, collects Andrew Thornton, and the rest of the field pretty much. Draws our first yellow of the heat race. And after 8 circuits around the Knoxville Raceway, Joseph Johnson would bring home the checkered flag in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 would see Josh Berkey and Byron Gay lead the field of 6 down to the green. And Josh Berkey would roll from the pole, holding off a hard-charging Travis Fry at the end to claim heat race number 2. Third and final heat race for the Wing 360s would go with 6 more cars, making a grand total of 18. Almost a jump start by Ryan Padgett as Todd LeBeau leads the field to the green. Levi Salzgiver and Noah Bowman had an early challenge for the lead. On lap number 3, there was a bit of a misstep from LeBeau. Levi Salzgiver was right there to capitalize, throws the slider for the lead. After taking the lead from Todd LeBeau, Levi Salzgiver would set sail and drive away to the heat race number 3 victory, which set us up for our non-wing 360 heat races. Heat race number 1 would see Trevor Royer put on another unhuman-like performance with 4 in the fluff around the high side of the Knoxville Raceway and holding off a late race charge from Wonder Boy Jackson McLean. Too little, too late out of turn number 4. Checkered flag would fly for Trevor Royer in heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 would see some good 3-wide action early on. But when it was all said and done, smooth and steady wins the race right through the middle of the racetrack. Joseph Johnson is going to claim the checkered flag in heat race number 2. Heat race number 3 would see Wade Fields returning to the league and holding off a hard-charging James Turnbull to claim the checkered flag in heat race number 3. And that'll do it for tonight's recap of our heat race action. Let's get ready for the Winged Sprint Car A main event. Now we're set with our A feature for our Wing 360 sprint cars tonight. Starting on the pole is going to be the number 11 of Byron Gay out of Spencerville, Ohio. Matt Grimm to his outside in the 91. Ryan Padgett, the number 98, starting in P3. Travis Fry, the 017, to his outside. Logan Haynes will be inside of row number 3 in the 31. To his outside, going to be the 33 of Levi Salzgiver. Inside of row number 4, going to be the 39 of Josh Berkey. Joseph Johnson out of Wichita Falls, Texas, to his outside. Todd LeBeau inside of row number 5, with Andrew Thornton in the bar number 7 to his outside. Richie Gaines rolling off from the 11th position. Noah Bowman in 12th. Tim Burner from 13th starting position. Austin Thornton to his outside. Joseph Smith. Ted York. And your final row is going to be Scott Thomason out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Michael Todd in the Mystery Machine, the 117. Rounds out your 18 car starting grid for your Wing 360 sprint cars. Now the field gets set. Stays behind the pace truck, rolls into 3, out of turn number 4. Byron Gay punches the loud pedal, and we are underway. Byron with a great run to the inside of the racetrack as Pyro goes off here around the Knoxville Raceway. Ryan Padgett up to second position, a little bit of contact in the back between Levi Salzgiver. And it looks like Joseph Johnson. Salzgiver's up in the wall, and that is going to draw our first yellow. As the field resets to take the green, Byron Gay, Matt Grimm, Ryan Padgett, your top 3. Field snakes around to the green flag, and we're back underway. Byron Gay back out to a commanding lead. Josh Berkey shuffled back to the 7th position. Let's go for a ride with the 39 of Josh Berkey. Currently working the high side of the speedway. Definitely hear when these cars get into the slick, hear the motors free whine as they send them off into the corner. A little bit of close quarters racing with Joseph Johnson there. Andrew Thornton currently making his way forward on the field. Currently scored in the 7th position, up from 10th. Looking for 6th underneath Joseph Johnson. Out front, Byron Gay, a little bit of breathing room over second place Matt Grimm. Ryan Padgett in 3rd position, Travis Fry in 4th, Josh Berkey still on to the 5th spot. Further back, Logan Haynes defended against Todd LeBeau. Oh, contact! That is going to draw another yellow flag. And we got the field re-racked, restacked, and ready to go again. Gay, Grimm, and Padgett, your top 3. Green flag is back out. Byron Gay, smooth and steady, out to the lead once again. Matt Grimm trailing just a little bit closer this time. Now Joseph Johnson trying to throw his hat in the ring, wants to go for the podium, currently running 4th, looking to get past Ryan Padgett for 3rd. Riding the wall, gets a run on Matt Grimm down the back straightaway, looks to the inside, slide job for 2nd, and Padgett's going to clear it. Grimm looks to try to cross it back over, and no dice. Grimm throws the slider, Padgett crosses him back over. Big run down the back straightaway for Ryan Padgett. Looks to the inside of Byron Gay. They make contact. Yellow flag is going to fly. Coming back to green, caution being charged for the 98 of Ryan Padgett. So now Matt Grimm inherits the lead. Joseph Johnson in 2nd, Travis Fry in 3rd. Working our way around, back to green. There we go, now SDK's caught back up with us. Currently 9 laps in the books, only about a 1/3 of the way through this one. It's Joseph Johnson battling down on the low side, trying to get around Matt Grimm for the lead. Travis Fry right there with him. Big mover through the field right there. The number 6 of Scott Thomason out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Started tailback on the field, just about 17th starting spot. Last row, he's up to P4. Joseph Johnson to the low side. Trying to ride the berm around Matt Grimm. Grimm moves it down about a lane. Back up to the high side. A little further back, Noah Bowman and Richie Gaines staying nose to tail, marching their way through the field. Grimm scored 6th and 7th. Thomason tries to get a run on Salzgiver. Salzgiver trying to close the gap on Fry. Back out front, Joseph Johnson still unable to get around Matt Grimm, but able to stay right to the tail tank around the Knoxville Raceway. Further back in the pack, we got a big gaggle of cars going for position. Austin Thornton trying to move his way up, running with Richie Gaines. Ryan Padgett, after being charged with the yellow, he's back up to mid-pack. Move him to P9, looking to get around Austin for P8. Little bit of contact between those two. Scott Thomason and Noah Bowman battling it out for 5th position. Scott has to check up on the slide job from Bowman. Ryan Padgett is coming through a blanket. 5, 6, 7, and 8 as they go into turn number 3. Padgett goes 3 for 1 on the slide job. Contact with Noah Bowman and Scott Thomason. Do we keep it straight? Looks like we do. We do keep it straight. Bowman does lose a few positions in the process. Back out front, Matt Grimm now with a comfortable lead. A little over half a second over Joseph Johnson running at P2. Travis Fry changing up the line, trying to get around Johnson. Levi Salzgiver currently scored in the 4th spot. Ryan Padgett up to 5th and driving away from Richie Gaines. Noah Bowman back up to the 8th position. Yellow flag is out. Go back and take a look. Looks like Austin Thornton in the 69 going for a ride. Noah Bowman with the big slide job. Austin looks like he went to cut down on him, came off the cushion a little bit, jumps the right rear, gets into the wall, and goes for a bit of a ride. A little bit of help from Josh Berkey. Austin Thornton going through the spin cycle. It made me dizzy just watching it. As the field comes back around, going to come down to 11 laps to go. Grimm, Johnson, Fry, still your top 3. Green flags in here. We're back underway here in Knoxville. Grimm right to the high side. Joseph Johnson catfishing around the low side. Tries to come up and block the run. No dice. Matt Grimm is clear and away. Travis Fry goes to throw the slider. Grimm's in the wall. Johnson's in the wall. Salzgiver and Fry both moving up position. Salzgiver and Padgett get together. They're right behind the leaders. Matt Grimm somehow regains the lead from Joseph Johnson. Johnson back down around the berm on the inside of the speedway. Further back, Salzgiver and Padgett trying to negotiate through the field. Salzgiver's in the wall in turns 1 and 2. Ryan Padgett and Richie Gaines get together, and Noah Bowman comes in and cleans Ryan Padgett out. Padgett upside down going into turn number 3, and that is another yellow. We'll be coming back to green this time with 7 laps to go. Grimm, Johnson, Fry, your top 3. Green flag's back in the air, and we have 7 laps to go here in Knoxville. Joseph Johnson back down the low side of the speedway. Does he have anything for Grimm this time? Grimm slips the grip on the high side there. Wheel in turn number 3. Long slide job from Johnson. He's got it for the moment. Can Grimm cross him back over? No, he can't. Joseph Johnson's going to lead the lap. These guys duking it out for the win here in Knoxville. Johnson grabs the brakes, tries to roll around the inside where there's some grip. Grimm on the high side. It's a drag race. Wheel to wheel for the lead. Travis Fry currently running in the 3rd position. Scott Thomas is still up to 4th. Johnson now starting to open up the gap little by little on Matt Grimm. That time 0.3 of a second into turn number 1. Scott Fry comfortably in the 3rd spot. Scott Thomason's in the wall on the back straightaway, and he turns it around. There's going to be another yellow. Amazingly, the rest of the field missing Scott Thomason down the back straightaway. as the field comes around. Going to have 4 laps to go at the line. Joseph Johnson, your new leader. Matt Grimm in second. Travis Fry holding on to the 3rd spot. Richie Gaines up to 4th. We're back underway. Johnson stays to the high side, stays in the grip. Big run in turn number 1. Opts to stay down low. Matt Grimm tries to work on the high side. Doesn't make any ground on it. And this time Grimm with the long slide job on Johnson. Johnson able to motor back by on the high side. 3 laps to go this time. Richie Gaines and Josh Berkey battling it out for the 4th spot. Good high and low battle. Johnson still out front with Matt Grimm trying to find a way to close the gap. Both cars to the high side off turn number 4. And yellow flag flies again. Looks like it starts down the front straightaway. Ryan Padgett has a big run on Richie Gaines. Goes to throw the slide job into turn number 1. Josh Berkey with a big run on the bottom, so they make contact. Padgett sideways into turn number 1. Noah Bowman takes evasive action. Joey Smith tries. You see the wheel cranked hard left in the slick. Just barely gets into the back of Padgett. Padgett comes down the racetrack and gets into Ted York. Let's see how many other cars are involved. Michael Todd, innocent bystander. A little bit of contact there. Andrew Thornton and Byron Gay. Thornton squeaks by on the low side. Byron Gay gets into it. Big calamity here towards the end of the race at Knoxville. Take a ride with Andrew Thornton as he slips by this incident. Up on the berm, skates right by unscathed. Hasn't missed many this far tonight. As the field makes their way into turn number 3, we are set for a green, white, checkered run to the finish here at Knoxville. Joseph Johnson going to lead the field down. Matt Grimm in second. Fry still in third. We're back underway, 2 to go. Johnson not holding the low side this time. Throws the slider, blocks the run from Matt Grimm. Travis Fry with a late race charge. Wants to finish better than third here. Johnson's going to come around. A white flag is out one more time around. A little bit of breathing room over Matt Grimm. Johnson goes to the low side. Blocks the slider that Grimm could have tried. Checkered flag's going to fly. Your winner going to be Joseph Johnson, the number 13 Premier Setups machine. A feature winner tonight comes to you out of Wichita Falls, Texas. That's going to be the Premier Setups number 13 of Joseph Johnson. Matt Grimm, the number 91, going to finish P2. And newcomer to the league, Travis Fry, in the 017 Surge Performance Machine, is going to round out your podium. And that's going to do it for our Support Series A main event here tonight at the Knoxville Raceway. Your A feature rundown shakes out just like this. Joseph Johnson going to be your winner. Matt Grimm in P2. Travis Fry rounds out the podium. Richie Gaines and Ryan Padgett round out the top 5. Josh Berkey, Noah Bowman, Michael Todd, Byron Gay, and Andrew Thornton round out the top 10. Joey Smith, the last car still running on track, in 11th. Ted York, Scott Thomason, Logan Haynes, Levi Sauls give a round out the top 15. Todd LeBobe, Austin Thornton, and Tim Berner going to round out your 18-car A main event. And with that said and done, let's move on to the non-wing National Tour A main event. It is showtime for the B Main Bandits National Tour Sprint Cars. Got 18 cars going to go for 30 laps tonight around the famed Knoxville Raceway. And let's check out our starting lineup. Starting shotgun on the field, rolling off from the 18th position tonight, going to be the number 06 of Rylan Gray. Starting his inside, the driver out of Ames, Iowa, the Victory Fuel Dewey Ford Hodel Racing Miller Time Motorsports number 39 of Josh Berkey. Outside of row number 8 this evening, driver out of Mitchell, Indiana, the Popeyes Chicken and Biscuits number 70 of Richie Gaines. Tim Berner in the 19 to his inside. row number 7 occupied by the Thornton brothers tonight. On the outside, the driver out of Granbury, Texas, the AMT Racing Services B-Main Bandits, number 31 of Andrew Thornton. To his inside, younger brother out of Joplin, Missouri, the AMT Racing Services B-Main Bandits, number 69 of Austin Thornton. Rolling off outside of row number 6 tonight, driver comes to you out of Olivehurst, California, the 031 of Logan Haynes. To his inside, the Aces Up Sim Sports, Crow Racing, Scott Thomason Racing, number 98 of Brecken Ryan Paget. Getting into our top 10 starters for the evening, the driver out of Spencerville, Iowa, the Surge Performance, number 11 of Byron Gay. Starting to his inside, the Cactus Jack Tribute Machine, the driver out of LaPorte, Texas. That's going to be Joey Smith in the 50. Rolling off 8th, we call him the Alien. That's going to be Trevor Royer in the 90. To his inside, the driver out of Wichita Falls, Texas, the 13 of Joseph Johnson. Outside of row number 3, after a couple weeks off, the driver out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, representing Indy Race Parts Esports, number 3 of Wade Fields. And now to your top 5 starters. Rolling off from the 5th position tonight, that is the winningest driver in B-Main Bandits history. That's going to be the number 81 of the Wonder Boy, Jackson McLean. Starting P4 on the evening, the On-State Roofing, number 57, that is Jace Schaff. Rolling off from the 3rd position this evening, making his return to us after a couple weeks off as well, that's going to be the 2J of James Turnbull. And to your front row, the number 99 of Todd LeBeau, starting outside pole tonight, and your pole sitter, the current points leader, currently 3-4-3 for A-Mains on the season. Driver out of Springfield, Illinois, he represents Indy Race Parts Esports, that is the 24 of Noah Bowman. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your starting lineup for your 18 cars going for 30 laps tonight. Sit down, strap in, and hold on tight as we take you for a 3-wide virtual thrill ride with the B-Main Bandits National Sprint Cars. Noah Bowman, Todd LeBeau going to lead us to the green flag. Bowman wastes no time on the loud pedal, and we're away here at Knoxville. Bowman goes to that slider line as the pyro goes off here around the Knoxville Raceway. Big shuffles further back in the field. Got a lot going on and not a lot of space to do it this early on. Down the back straightaway, pyro still going around here. Dicey and tight all the way through the field, 2 and 3 wide. Got contact down here on the front straightaway. Big contact. Everybody reckoning into turn 1. That's going to be yellow. Things got ugly, and they got ugly in a hurry and in a big way. Looks like the initial contact between Joey Smith and Logan Haynes. A little bit of contact, touching wheels. Doesn't look to be a major ordeal. Andrew Thornton gets a piece of Joey Smith. Haynes goes around on the nose of Smith. Looks like Joey coming back up the racetrack. Austin tries to avoid him, as does Richie Gaines. Both cars into the wall hard, all 3 of them in the wall. Haynes spins. Berkey gets a piece of it. Rylan Gray through the middle. Big calamity as we start working lap number 3 for our first yellow. As the field lines back up single file, Noah Bowman still your leader. Joseph Johnson in 2nd, James Turnbull in 3rd. Bowman on a loud pedal. We're back underway, working lap number 4 here at Knoxville. James Turnbull, Jay Schaff to the high side, trying to get a run on Joseph Johnson. Still shuffling 2, 3, and even 4 wide at the back. 3 different lines being used. See Turnbull on the high side, Shaft through the middle, Joseph Johnson trying to ride the berm on the inside of the racetrack. Next battle on the racetrack, Jackson McLean currently holding the 5th spot. Trevor Royer wants to take it from him, working a low side. Ryan Paget, Todd LeBeau also there. They're 3 wide for P2 just ahead. A lot of action on track here around the Knoxville Raceway. 3 wide for P4 down the back straightaway. McLean still has it. A little bit of contact between Ryan Paget, Wade Fields. Yellow flag's going to fly. Big calamity right in front of your leaders. Looks like this one's going to go on the 57 of Schaff. Gets up to the high side, right rear into the wall. Right in front of James Turnbull. Nowhere for him to go. Makes a fair amount of contact. Looks like he's lucky to have the front end stay in the race car. He saw Wade Fields get into the wall a little further back. Could not avoid the left rear of Schaff. Sends Fields into the wall hard on turn number 4. And that is going to draw our second caution of the race. Field getting ready to come back to green. Noah Bowman still your leader. Turnbull in second. Joseph Johnson in third. Knoxville Raceway proving to be very treacherous early on. Pace trucks off. We're back underway here at Knoxville. Now to lap number 8. Bowman right to the high side. Turnbull throws the slider. Tries to make something happen with it. Able to pull within a couple, but nothing doing so far. Trevor Royer taking over the 4th spot. Now starting to work on Joseph Johnson for 3rd. A little further back, Jackson McLean and Rylan Gray battling out. This is the battle between 6th and 7th. Jackson battles back, keeps it on the low side. Rylan goes to cross him over, throws a slider of his own before the exit of the corner. Drag race down the front straightaway for it. McLean back out in front of Gray. Gray trying to power through the middle of the racetrack to get around McLean. Yellow flag flies once again. We were talking about Knoxville Raceway being treacherous earlier. Caution's going to come out for your 13th runner. Logan Haynes gets up on the cushion, bikes it up straight into the wall in turn number 1. And proceeds to go for a bit of a ride. Turns at 180 degrees, scrapes the dirt, makes his way to pit road. As the field makes their way down for yet another restart, top 3 remain unchanged. Let's go for a ride with 6th place runner Jackson McLean here on this restart. Green flag's back out and we're underway. Jackson to the high side, Rylan Gray tries a little bit of a slider. You can still hear him there, wheel to wheel with McLean down the back straightaway. McLean trying to find all that grip on the high side, run a better line than the guys ahead. High-speed ballet with these non-wing cars around the Knoxville Raceway. See Gray throw the slider. McLean goes to cross him back over. Not enough momentum to do so. Oh, a bit of contact from the wall for McLean. Gathers it back up. Got one cartwheeling. There's going to be another yellow. The 2J of James Turnbull. The car goes for a ride. You see him battling side by side with Ryan Paget. Paget on the inside. Looks like Turnbull went to cross down in front of him, not realizing he was there. Turnbull hard into the wall in turn number 1. Front end digs in and starts cartwheeling through the turns. Jackson McLean gets a piece of him. Looks like everybody back behind. Thornton and Byron Gay make a little bit of contact. Richie Gaines makes contact with Thornton, but everybody stays clean for the most part. just a little shy of halfway home in this one. 13 down, going to have 17 to go as we cross the stripe this time. Noah Bowman runs through the grip on the low side of the speedway. A bit of a slider line up to the top. Went from 3 grooves earlier on. Now looks like we have a solid 2 groove racetrack. Low and high and a bit of a slider line. Noah Bowman out trying to stretch his lead. We have another yellow flag as we are off the pace. Looks like problems for the 70 of Richie Gaines. Sideways up on the cushion, Jay Schaff gets into him. Turnbull collects him. Tim Burner looks like he might have avoided the whole thing. Nothing major, but enough to draw the yellow flag. Lights are out on the pace truck. Be halfway on this restart. Tough go of it for the National Tour sprint cars so far tonight. Green flag's back in the air and we are underway. Noah Bowman up on the berm all the way to the cushion. Big slider line. Joseph Johnson trying to get underneath Ryan Paget for P2. Trevor Royer and Rylan Gray are also there. Royer has to take evasive action to keep out of Ryan Paget for the second spot. Heating up here, we're 3 wide for P2. Johnson's got it through the middle. Paget's got to run. Turn it back down. Slider for P2. Johnson battles back on the outside. Does not let Rylan Gray get out ahead of him. We're 3 wide off turn number 4 for P2. Contact between Royer and Johnson, and that is probably going to draw another yellow. Maybe. It will. See if there were any other issues a little further back, but that may be the yellow right there. Indeed, there was a little bit more of an issue further back. Whole field checking up. Andrew Thornton stops in front of Todd LeBeau, collects a handful of other cars. Crab walks his way back towards pit road. Field works their way into 3. Let's try it again. Bowman, Paget, Johnson, and Royer, your top 4 with the early Christmas present. Back underway, working lap 19 of 30 now. Bowman, smooth as silk, slider line right to the cushion, tries to get a run and get away from the rest of the pack. Ryan Paget with a short slider line of his own, bounces it off the wall and turns 3 and 4. But here comes Trevor Royer looking for P2 on the low side. Royer kind of a short slider through the middle of the racetrack. Staying down in the grip in the middle of the back straightaway. Rolling around the berm on the inside. Gets in front of Ryan Paget, who tries to cross underneath him. A little bit of contact. Rylan Gray's there on the high side. Got a great battle going out front. Rylan Gray looking for the momentum to get around Trevor Royer. Noah Bowman has switched up lines. He's on the bottom out of turn number 4 this time. Side by side down the front straightaway for P2. Bowman's in the wall. Royer closes in, but the yellow flag is out. Starts a little bit further back in the pack, battling for 7th and 8th place. That's Byron Gay on the low side of the speedway. Trying to hold the bottom, Josh Berkey trying to diamond cut the corner in the 39. They get together right in front of the field. Nowhere for Todd LeBeau to go. He gets collected. Joseph Johnson gets a piece of it. Jay Schaff with a piece of it. Andrew Thornton does the slalom and makes it through unscathed. Still a handful to go for Noah Bowman Trevor Royer, Rylan Gray, Ryan Paget, now Jackson McLean back to your top 5. Bowman barely waiting on the pace truck. We're back underway. Bowman and Royer both down to the low side of the speedway. Does Royer have the run through the middle? Bowman to the cushion. Bowman still got it for the time being. Trevor Royer running through the middle. Rylan Gray banging the boards up top. Paget hanging with the group on the low side. Royer still working the middle. Bowman and Gray up on the cushion on the high side. Is there anything left down low? Gray still trying to knock the fence down to find a faster way around. Royer with the slider line. Ryan Paget tiptoeing around the berm on the inside of the racetrack. Gray up to the high side, turns 3 and 4, bounces it off the wall once. Just once that time. Side by side with Trevor Royer. We come down to 5 laps to go. This is the battle for second place. Royer blocks the charge of Gray on the high side. Now they swap lines. Gray down low. Holds Royer up, both cars bouncing off the fence in turns 3 and 4. Gray's out of shape. Royer goes back around on the high side. Great battle going on out front. Bowman bounces it off the fence as well. Second and third are catching your leader. Trevor Royer out in front of Rylan Gray. Gray with a bit of momentum on him. They're single file this time by 3 laps to go. Does anybody have anything for Noah Bowman? Bowman rolled from the pole. He is perfect. 3-4-3 on the season with the non-wing national tour. 2 laps to go to decide it. Royer stays high this time. A little bit of contact with the fence a couple times. Rylan Gray now. Diamond cuts the corner, tries to get a big run down the back straightaway. Has to abort the slide job as Royer is there coming down. White flag. 1 a lap to go for Noah Bowman. Bowman with the slider line up to the cushion. The battle rages on for P2 behind him. Into 3 out of 4. Nobody has anything for this kid. If 3's the hat trick, this is the old sombrero. 4 for 4 for Noah Bowman. The driver representing Indy Race Parts Esports out of Springfield, Illinois, grabs his 4th win straight with the B-Main Bandits National Tour. So as of right now, I am currently showing Jackson McLean finishing in P3. We're going to have to go back and take a look and see what happened with Rylan Gray. Rylan Gray giving it all she's got. Into 3. Gets hung up on the wall, gets way out of shape, way sideways. Gets into Ryan Paget, and Jackson McLean sneaks by and steals a podium finish. So now with that settled, your winner, 4 for 4 on the season, Noah Bowman is your winner. Trevor Royer in P2, and the Wonder Boy, Jackson McLean, steals a podium finish. And that will round out your podium. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a rough night and a wild night for the B-Main Bandits National Tour. A lot of yellows, a lot of calamity, but some great racing when we stayed green. Your A-feature rundown shakes out just like this. Noah Bowman going to be your winner, 4 for 4 on the season. Trevor Royer in P2, Jackson McLean rounding out your podium. Rylan Gray and Ryan Paget, both of them upside down and on fire across the finish line, round out your top 5. Richie Gaines, Andrew Thornton, Byron Gay, Tim Berner, Jay Schaff going to round out your top 10, as well as your cars on the lead lap. Joey Smith, Todd LeBeau, Josh Berkey, Joseph Johnson, James Turnbull round out your top 15. Logan Haynes, Wade Fields, and Austin Thornton, all involved in early accidents, round out your field. Definitely a rough night, definitely on the wild side with both classes tonight. Not our usual product, but still entertaining and exciting nonetheless. Be sure to tune in next week as the series moves on to Wisconsin. We go to the Cedar Lake Raceway, the real slick 4/10 of a mile racetrack, with the non-wing 360 National Tour as well as the crate late models in support. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.